So the argument that you hear nowadays is, do you run track or go play 7-on-7? I've been asked this question a few times recently, and my take is simple. Just do both. I don't understand why you would pick one over the other when both have significant value to your career and moving forward. So it's like a combination of them can be a daily development tool for anybody that's willing to put that work in and kind of juggle the two activities, because they have different but compatible traits that they can lend well with when you pair them up and develop going into your off season. Speed and skill development. We were talking about track. It's a speed situation. Combined as a daily combination. You got speed and skill development. You talk about track, you're focusing on your speed aspect when you're doing 7-on-7. Hopefully, the right circumstances, you're getting some proper speed or skill development. We want to dive into it. You got to think about your track benefits, or like real quick here, how to run. You know what I mean? Like knowing how to properly run in general is a very important trait to have as a football player, regardless if you're an offensive lineman, linebacker, safety, running back, quarterback, whatever the case may be. Being efficient in your movement skills and knowing how to properly generate force into the ground is going to have a lasting impact on your football career or whatever sport that you intend on playing. So that's the biggest benefit with running track. Second thing is it teaches you how to compete. I mean, when you're running track, you're going against the clock and another opponent. So it's always head-to-head competition. So it's something that gets you that competition muscle flexing at all times. And at the same time, you're focusing on running your best race. That's the third benefit of running track. It's a mental preparation for running your own race, regardless of whatever someone else may come into a race strategy or whatever it is. You know that you have to run your best race for 100, 200 meters, and it's you against that clock. And you can land on or bank on the fact that you're doing your best and getting faster as a sprinter. And that's the biggest benefit that I think comes when you're running track. 7-on-7, hopefully, is skill development. When I was coming up, I thought it was a big aspect of my development in football, whether it was running routes, being able to catch the football, being a running back, playing DB, getting used to backpedaling, breaking on the ball, and different things like that. The only difference is that it was our high school team, and my dad was the coach at Gateway, Terry Smith. We had a team, and it was full development. So we had our quarterbacks were getting work with our receivers and our running backs and things like that. And we were practicing our plays and, going to college campuses and going as a team. We had guys getting offers at 7-on-7 camps. So I thought the benefit of 7-on-7s were incredible on my development. So the argument between 7-on-7 and or track, I don't really get, but I think there's benefits to doing 7-on-7 as well, as long as skill development and there's actual, preparation for preparing on Fridays or whenever you're going to play football again is actually happening. Because seeing repetitions and backpedaling, running routes, seeing route combinations, seeing coverages, and all those different things for skill position players is incredibly valuable. When I was at Penn State, that was one of our biggest evaluation tools or weekends was our 7-on-7 tournament. We had all the teams come up and we would watch them compete, seeing how they work with teammates, how they compete with one another, how they dealt with the refs in the game situation. It was one of the few times where you get an evaluation point because only a few coaches can go 2 games and things of that nature. And when they would come to camp and do 7-on-7 in a competitive setting with their team. So done right, skill development should be found in 7-on-7. So doing both, if I had a gun to my head and had to pick one or the other, I would really probably be in trouble, because I think it's depending on your situation if you should do one or the other. Because I think at the end of the day, if you run a fast 100 time or a fast 40 time, there's going to be opportunities. Doing the travel 7-on-7 team, as long as you're getting better at skill development and being able to go to camp prepared and showing different skill set in football. There are specific traits to whether you're playing linebacker, safety, running back, or corner. And those things are developing, and you have speed, then go for it. Do 7-on-7 circuit and go after that. But if you go on 7-on-7 circuit, you come to a camp and you're backpedaling and you're doing everything, high pointing balls at the, on a consistent basis, and you run 4.7 or 4.8, I don't know if the same opportunities are going to be there for you as the person that may be invested in that speed development aspect. But again, I bank on the fact of doing both as a daily combination, just a little bit of sacrifice and commitment in terms of balancing the two and making sure you're going out to track practice and still going to 7-on-7. Granted, I was lucky that it was integrated into our school. Like our high school coach, was putting together 7-on-7s at the same time, knowing the value of running track and building up your wind and how to run and sprint and doing all those good things, and knowing in the summer, like only thing is like having the skill development and the speed on point. When you go to camps, man, you can dominate, and all the opportunities are there for you. So that's kind of my take on 7-on-7 versus track. Do both and have fun doing it and have fun competing. Remember, life is good.